Attention, Mountaineer family. The commencement ceremony is about to begin. At this time, please locate the nearest emergency exit. Please silence your cell phones, tablets, and electronic devices and turn your attention to the outstanding students who are the focus of this day. This is their moment to shine, so please give them and their many accomplishments your full attention. Now, let's get ready to welcome our graduates.
Today, we honor West Virginia University's 2019 May graduates. 149 years after Marmaduke H. Dent became the university's first graduate and alumnus. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome West Virginia University, Eberly College of Arts and Sciences doctoral and master degree candidates for graduation. Now, please welcome members of the Platform Party and Joyce McConnell, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at West Virginia University. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem, performed today by Katie Martin. Please remain standing for the singing of the Alma Mater. You may be seated.
Good afternoon. I'm Greg Dunaway, and I have the privilege of serving as the Dean of the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences. And on behalf of the college, it is my pleasure to welcome you today as we celebrate the achievement of our graduate degree candidates. Let's take a moment to congratulate them on their accomplishments. Those in attendance today are some of more than 400 individuals who have earned graduate degrees from the Eberly College this academic year. We know that their accomplishments reflect the dedication and support of many others, some of whom are here today. So first, we should recognize the faculty members who have worked closely with these candidates, mentoring them as junior colleagues within their disciplines. So with those faculty members in attendance, please stand for a moment to be recognized. We also know that there are many others in our graduates' lives whose support and encouragement have enabled them in pursuing their academic aspirations. I ask those parents, siblings, spouses, and friends of the candidates to please stand for a moment of recognition as well. Also with us today is the Provost of West Virginia University, as well as members of the Eberly College's senior leadership team and special guests. I would ask that they please stand as their names are called. Joyce McConnell, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs for WVU. Judith Stitzel, Founding Director of the Center for Women's and Gender Studies and today's commencement speaker. Valerie Lassinger, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Michael Perrone, Associate Dean for Faculty. Duncan Lorimer, Associate Dean for Research. Tina Lavelle, Associate Dean for Financial Planning and Management. And Helen Hartnett, Leadership Fellow and Professor of Social Work. Wow. So graduates, today we celebrate the culmination of much hard work and sacrifice that has led to a great and profound achievement. You know, over my 25 years plus in academia, I've met with countless numbers of students considering postgraduate studies. And one of the most important things I share with prospective graduate students is that I tell them when they enter graduate school, in order to be successful, you need to be prepared to sacrifice. And there are many facets of this sacrifice. The most obvious is that you're delaying your entry into the labor force with the hopes that furthering your education will provide better and more fulfilling opportunities in the future. Thus, most of you have essentially taken a vow of poverty over the last several years, probably committing to a steady diet of ramen noodles, pizza, coffee, and/or Red Bull. And this has given you sustenance to attain your graduate education. But you no doubt have sacrificed sleep. You've likely sacrificed the amount of time you would have otherwise spent with friends and family in order to further your studies. And you likely have sacrificed your ego a little bit. After all, graduate studies is humbling. You have to put yourself and your work out for review and critique. It can be, at times, difficult to learn that not everything that you've done is perfect. And sometimes, the process of review can shake one's confidence to the core. So today, I want you to know that our faculty and administration understand just how hard you have worked and how much you have sacrificed to achieve these prestigious awards, the degrees. And you have every right to be proud of your accomplishments. I do want you to know that I firmly believe that your sacrifice will be rewarded. I have every expectation that your advanced training and research has led you to master respective bodies of knowledge to the point that you will become leaders in your field. And you will need to be leaders. The challenges that face our society today are many and serious. To solve these challenges will require individuals who have specialized knowledge to understand how to best investigate the cause, as well as find innovative methods to ameliorate the consequences of these problems. It will require individuals who are objective and open-minded and are receptive to critical and scientific perspectives. So in closing, I wish to remind you that you're among a select cadre of individuals who have achieved the highest levels of education. Please use your knowledge wisely and not just for yourself. Put it to practice and apply it to help others. Your communities, your state, and your nation need you. And in this way, you will certainly not make that sacrifice in vain. We are exceedingly proud of your accomplishments and feel honored that you are part of the Mountaineer family. Congratulations, graduates. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Dr. Judith Gold Stitzel. Dr. Stitzel joined the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences in 1965 as a professor of English and Women's Studies. She was the founding director of what is today the Center for Women's and Gender Studies until she retired in 1998. Dr. Stitzel has lectured at conferences nationally and internationally, including in Australia, Indonesia, and Kenya. She has published both fiction and nonfiction in scholarly and literary journals, such as the Colorado Quarterly, Frontiers, a Journal of Women's Studies, College of English, and most recently in the North Dakota Quarterly. Field Notes from Grief, the First Year, an account based on her journal documenting her life following her husband's death, has been praised as a support to others who have lost someone they love, and more widely as a song of praise for loving relationships. Stitzel has had a wide range of achievements throughout her career. She was the initiator and director of the WVU Women's Centenary, Excellence Through Equity, a 2-year celebration of women's admission to West Virginia University. She is also the recipient of WVU's highest award for service to WVU, the Vandalia Award. By bestowing this award, West Virginia University recognized the significance of Stitzel's service to the entire university community for her pioneering and impactful work in women and gender studies. On a personal note, Judith Stitzel was one of the first individuals from the faculty community to reach out to me when I began my tenure as dean. She welcomed me to this great community and offered her guidance and friendship. She has been a wonderful mentor to me. And for those of you who are here today who have aspirations to work in the field of education, Judith Stitzel is your role model, in the sense that she exemplifies that one should never stop learning, never stop teaching, never stop coaching, and never stop caring. She is passionate about life, compassionate for people, and a fierce advocate for social justice. She is exactly the person I want to be when I grow up. Dr. Stitzel, I invite you to say a few words to our graduate students.
I would like to begin by introducing you to each other. Now, don't get worried. This is not one of those helpful but time-consuming games. Just a brief overview of who you are and who we are celebrating. We are conferring 304 master's degrees and 74 PhDs to 378 graduates, representing 35 different programs within the Eberly College. We're celebrating 232 women and 146 men. The youngest master's candidate is 21, the oldest 73. The youngest PhD candidate is 25, the oldest 49. You come from 23 different countries. I imagine that some of you are first-generation students in your families. that some may have degrees streaming behind you in your parents and grandparents, that some in both of these categories are international students, and perhaps, very probably, immigrants, and some both. I imagine that all of you are thrilled and many of you are relieved, and that all of those here with you today are proud. And I want to welcome you all, and I'd like to begin my remarks with another round of applause for each other, if you don't mind. When Dean Greg Dunaway, Greg, my friend of the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences, he's my friend outside the college as well, but that's his college. The college from which you are getting your degree, when he asked me in March if I would do him a favor, it was at the end of a phone conversation during which he had given me some very good news about the academic program he knew I cared so deeply about. It was a new program in the history of higher education, women's and gender studies. It's a program that didn't exist at all at WVU until the 1980s, and nowhere in the United States before the 70s. I said yes immediately, knowing that whatever favor I might be able to do for him would be infinitesimally small in comparison to the deep support he has given me and to the goals of this program and all of you. But when Dean Dunaway told me that the favor was for me to be the speaker at the commencement program for the MA and the PhD graduates in his college, the College of Arts and Sciences at the university where I taught for 33 years, spent my entire professional life, I told him, that is not a favor, that is an honor. Thank you. What would you like me to talk about, I asked. Anything you want, he said, and then added, but I think if you'd like, it would be appropriate for you to talk to these men and women about gender as they move into the next stages of their lives. And appropriate it is, as I was among the faculty who developed the Women's Studies program in the early years and privileged to have been chosen in 1984 as the founding director. Now, what the dean did not know, could not know, what in fact surprised me was that preparing these remarks for this very special occasion would bring me to tears, frequently during the thinking and the writing. Because it brought memories of my own education, of my late husband, of his long support for my work, thoughts of my granddaughter, herself a recent college graduate, and because it brought fears and hopes for our future. What the dean could not have predicted were all the feelings that this speech and preparing it for this occasion would release in me. For despite the amazing technological developments of the years since I was a graduate student, when I look around me at the pain of many of our sister and brother human beings, what they are experiencing, and the degradation of our earthly home, too often I think that my generation has not done very well by you, and is bequeathing you a much more dangerous world than the one of my own trajectory intersected with. And yet, at the same time, and because of you, it is a world of new possibilities, necessary possibilities. It's complicated. And what you might ask, what do my tears have to do with gender? So let me try to explain. Shortly after I had let it sink in what an honor it was to be giving this address, I realized that I would be wearing academic regalia. The not always completely comfortable uniform we are currently all wearing. And right after I stopped worrying, and actually I have not yet stopped worrying about whether the cap would fit or stay on during my speech, I remembered a book by one of the great English language writers of the early 20th century, Virginia Woolf. A book that was crucial to my students as well as to me, but that I had never heard about in any of my studies. Its title was A Room of One's Own, and it recounted in scathing, heartfelt, and sometimes humorous detail the exclusion of women from higher education. What I realized was that as a woman in Virginia Woolf's time, I would not be allowed to be standing here in front of you. Just as women were not allowed entrance to WVU when it first opened in 1867. Not allowed to wear this cap or this gown, or in Woolf's time, even to cross the grass, which was permitted then only to men when they were going to the auditorium. Certainly not allowed to be speaking at this ceremonial celebration, or, what is most important, not allowed to be taking advantage of the educational and soon the employment opportunities you all have had or will have. As a man, I would not have been able to take advantage of the particular sensibilities, perspectives, experiences of women in my classes. And as a human being, I would not have had the opportunity to enjoy the freedoms of our period when the concept of gender itself is open to exploration and expansion. And we recognize more about the social construction of what we have maintained as rigid and inevitable differences. Now, in some respects, that was such a simpler time, at least for those with privilege. Whether of gender or race or economic status or sexuality or physical ability. Sometimes we rattle off those categories, as I almost did, in a perfunctory, automatic way, without acknowledging or examining the boundaries and the assumptions that privilege, unexamined privilege especially, can create. Only when we are free and encouraged to examine them do we find we do not have to accept them. So, an example. When a child is born, does not have to be the child of royalty. Any child is born. We ask what seems like an innocuous question. Sometimes we pose it as, well, what is it? Sometimes we say, is it a boy or a girl? Oh, we have a baby. I heard a baby. I don't want to know whether it's a boy or a girl. I want to know, is it healthy? The question, is it a boy or a girl, is a question whose answer too often embeds and then enshrines restrictive assumptions for all genders. Students of Buddhism might suggest we respond to that question with the word mu, since any answer is likely to be misleading. What mu means, in effect, is that's the wrong question. What it means is unask that question. That question leads us on narrow and shallow pathways, just as our worlds, just as the child's world, just as the child's parents' worlds should be opening up. It made me think of another Buddhist concept some of you may be familiar with, the notion of beginner's mind, with its emphasis on curiosity and tolerance for uncertainty. You may have come across Shunryu Suzuki's much-quoted phrase, in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. To my mind, he's not mocking knowledge. He's promising and promoting openness and flexibility. Most probably, in order to have gotten to where you are in your educational adventures, you've had to do some focusing, some specialization, some narrowing down of your topic. But to quote Ecclesiastes somewhat disrespectfully, there's a time for centripetal and a time for centrifugal force. A time to look in and a time to look out. There may be a particular path that your degree will make possible for you, maybe even a particular job. But I invite you to look at your degree not only as the road forward, but as the intersection of your personal life, may I even say your spiritual and your moral life, with the larger rhythms of the worlds you live in and the precious planet you live from, as well as on. Because as I alluded to earlier, whatever your next steps, you're taking them during one of the most challenging times in our species' history. Some people are calling the cultural, the current geological age, the Anthropocene, the period during which human activity, that's us, has been the dominant influence on the climate and the environment. And as Nathaniel Rich concludes a book ominously titled Losing Earth, everything is changing about the natural world, and everything must change about the ways we conduct our lives. May I call on you all to think of yourselves as still becoming, the word that is the title of Michelle Obama's wonderful memoir. To see yourselves not only on the brink of careers, but perhaps of callings. Callings. Though you have had to, perhaps have wanted to narrow your focuses, I hope you will also widen and deepen them. Consider crossing boundaries. Consider making of the word some of you use interdisciplinary, intersectional. These should be calls to imagination, joy, and justice. I look to you all to bring onto the stage your skills and your passions, and when necessary, your outreach and your outrage, and always your laughter and your questions, and your refusal to ask the wrong questions. Some of you may remember a children's game that entered my mind when thinking about this talk. Do you know it? You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all around. Or perhaps you begin with your left foot, challenging the centuries-old preference for right-handedness. But in any case, eventually you put your whole self in and you shake it all around. That's what it's all about, your whole self. Recently, as I was flying back to Morgantown from Seattle, where my children live, as I followed the maps and the computer screen in front of me as we descended into Pittsburgh, what caught my eye was that until we got very close to the ground, the lovely swaths of land and sea over which we flew were undivided by the arbitrary human-made lines of borders. And my heart sang at the simplicity and beauty that are available to us. What I want finally to bring to you from my own story at WVU and with my whole self is the heartfelt request that however you understand and inhabit your own identity, you take into account how this does and does not intersect with other identities. At some point in your lives, personal as well as professional, and may these mesh gracefully, you will probably face barriers to the next step. There are basically two ways to deal with barriers. We can climb over them, and we can work to take them down for ourselves and for others who do and do not have the same advantages. I don't think I have to say more about which path I hope you will take. I thank you in advance for your courage and kindness as you continue your journeys, and I wish you joy. Congratulations to you and all those wonderful people here to be with you at this wonderful event. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please enjoy a performance of Simple Gifts.
Tis the gift to be simple, tis the gift to be free, tis the gift to come down where you are.
is now my pleasure to present students who fulfill the requirements for graduation from the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences of West Virginia University. I invite Provost McConnell to join me to congratulate the graduates.
Dr. Kevin Daly, Professor of Biology and Associate Chair of Graduate Studies, presents degree candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Biology. Catherine Morgan Allen, dissertation, Neural Adaptations for Communication in 3 Species of Weakly Electric Fish. Faculty Advisor Dr. Gary Marsat, Putter Dr. Kevin Daly. Anusha Ramachandran, Doctor of Philosophy Biology, dissertation, Transposable Element Diversity, Divergence and Contribution to Genome Evolution in Plants. Faculty Advisor Dr. Jennifer Hawkins. Mayera Patricia Viana de Matos, compound-specific isotope analysis of amino acids in biological tissues, applications in forensic entomology, food authentication, and soft biometrics in humans. Faculty Advisor Dr. Glenn P. Jackson. Dr. Karsten Milsman, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, presents degree candidates Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry and the Master of Science in Chemistry. Rikant Gatu, dissertation, Integrating Microscale Enzyme and Lectin Reactions Using Nanogel-Assisted Capillary Electrophoresis. Faculty Advisor Dr. Lisa Holland. Kristen Michelle Kelly, dissertation, Non-Target Analysis of Novel Psychoactive Substances, Inherent Variation in GCMS Relative Abundances, and Gas Phase Hydrogen Deuterium Exchange Isomer Discrimination. Faculty Advisor Dr. Suzanne Bell. Yu Zhang, dissertation, Photoluminescent zirconium complexes for visible light photoredox catalysis. Faculty Advisor Dr. Karsten Milsman. Dr. Matt Martin, Department Chair and Professor of Communication Studies, presents degree candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy and Master of Arts in Communication Studies. Christine Kylie Anzur, dissertation, To Meet Her That Changed Everything. Adult adoptees' discursive constructions of the meaning of parent following birth-parent contact. Faculty Advisor Dr. Scott Myers. Kathleen Veronica Clark Gordon, dissertation, Student Instructor Out-of-Class Communication, a Media Multiplexity Approach. Faculty Advisor Dr. Elizabeth Cohen. Julia Christine Weiss, dissertation, The Co-Occurrence of Engagement and Self-Referencing in the Context of Narrative Persuasion. Faculty Advisor Dr. Elizabeth Cohen. Catherine Brooke Burgess, Master of Arts, Communication Studies. Kendall Victoria Lang, Master of Arts, Communication Studies. Jamie Lee Rush, Master of Arts, Communication Studies. Alexander Robert Stevens, Master of Arts, Communication Studies. Margaret Annalise Thorwart, Master of Arts, Communication Studies. Dr. Brian Ballantyne, Department Chair and Professor of English, presents degree candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy and the Master of Arts in English and the Master of Arts in Professional Writing and Editing. Mariah Taylor Crilly, dissertation, Material Disease, Agency and Illness in Early American Literature. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Timothy Sweet. Rachel Lynn Del Signor, Master of Arts, English. Hannah Esther Rubenstein Krimmer, Master of Arts, English. James Vernon McDonald, Master of Arts, English. Elena Justine Zambori, Master of Arts, English. Jessica Marie Walker, Master of Arts, Professional Writing and Editing. Dr. Suzanne Bell, Department Chair and Professor of Chemistry, presents degree candidates for the Master of Science in Forensic and Investigative Science. Trayvon Kuman, Master of Science, Forensic and Investigative Science. Rachel Elizabeth Ball, Master of Science, Forensic and Investigative Science. Cameron Taylor Hartwig, Master of Science, Forensic and Investigative Science. Veronica Herman, Master of Science, Forensic and Investigative Science. Kayla Danielle Krausman, Master of Science, Forensic and Investigative Science. Gabrielle Marie Marquis, Master of Science, Forensic and Investigative Science. Colby Edward Ott, Master of Science, Forensic and Investigative Science. Megan Nicole Pruzanowski, Master of Science, Forensic and Investigative Science. Courtney Helen Vanderpyle, Master of Science, Forensic and Investigative Science. Dr. Tim Carr, Department Chair and Professor of Geology, presents degree candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Geology and Geography and the Master of Arts and Science in Geology and Geography. Cynthia Suzanne Barnett Ryan. Dissertation, Boundaries and Policing, Space, Jurisdictions, and Roles in the Collection of Official Crime Data. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Gregory Elms. Christabel Davidos. Dissertation, Dehomogenizing Diaspora, an Analysis of Indian Tamil Identities in the U.S. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Karen Kolkesi. Fong Fong. Dissertation, Crown-Level Mapping of Tree Species and Health from Remote Sensing of Rural and Urban Forests. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Brendan McNeil. Joshua David Lonas. Dissertation, The Food Bank Fix, Hunger, Capitalism, and Humanitarian Reason. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Bradley Wilson. Jed Michael DeBruin, Master of Arts, Geography. Christopher Amir Ramazan. Dissertation, Object-Based Supervised Machine Learning Regional Scale Land Cover Classification using High-Resolution Remotely Sensed Data. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Timothy Warner. Bethany Turley, Master of Arts, Geography. Yijun Zhu, Doctor of Philosophy, Geology, dissertation, Petrophysical and Geomechanical Characterization of the Marcellus Shale in the Appalachian Basin. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Timothy Carr. Vikas Agrawal, Doctor of Philosophy, Geology. Dissertation, Molecular Evolution of Sedimentary Organic Matter in Marcellus Shale. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Shika Sharma. Rawlings Akande Kerr, Doctor of Philosophy, Geology. Dissertation, Utilizing Lipid Biomarkers to Understand the Microbial Community Structure of Deep Subsurface Black Shale Formations. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Shika Sharma. Dr. Joseph Hodge, Department Chair and Associate Professor of History, presents degree candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in History and the Master of Arts in History. Paul Chutzabanda, Doctor of Philosophy, History. Dissertation, State, Counterinsurgency and Political Policing in Colonial and Post-Colonial Malawi. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Joseph Hodge. Henry Edward Himes III, Doctor of Philosophy, History. Dissertation, Bargaining for Security, the Rise of the Pension and Social Insurance Program of the United Steelworkers of America, 1941 to 1960. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Ken Phones Wolf. Luke William Grameth, Doctor of Philosophy, History. Dissertation, Liberation of Emigration, Italian Communists, the Cold War, and West-East Migration from Venezia Giulia, 1945 to 1949. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Joshua Arthurs. Lindsay McNellis, Doctor of Philosophy, History. Dissertation, Viet Armus, Londoners and Trespass before the Common Pleas in the 15th Century. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Kate Staples. Charles Richard Welsco III, Doctor of Philosophy, History. Dissertation, Breaking and Remaking the Mason-Dixon Line, Loyalty in Civil War America, 1850 to 1900. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Jason Phillips. Samantha Sprovero, Master of Arts, History. Sarah Ellen Hanna, Master of Arts, History. Rachel Barbara Nicholas, Master of Arts, History. Savannah Glassnap Rose, Master of Arts, History. Shannon Elizabeth Rowe, Master of Arts, History. Caitlin Allison Wiley, Master of Arts, Public History. Dr. Marjorie Dara, Department Chair and Professor of Mathematics, presents degree candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics and the Master of Science in Mathematics. Catherine Margaret Horchak, Doctor of Philosophy, Mathematics. Dissertation, Edge Colorings of Graphs on Surfaces and Star Edge Colorings of Sparse Graphs. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Gary Ganser. Brandon Lee Clark, Master of Science, Mathematics. Joshua Tyler Meadows, Master of Science, Mathematics. Dr. Gay Stewart, Director of the Center for Excellence in STEM Education and Professor of Physics, presents degree candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Physics and the Master of Science in Physics. Matteo Luisi, Doctor of Philosophy, Physics. The impact of H2 regions on the interstellar medium of our galaxy. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Lauren Anderson. Sabit Kumar Singh, Doctor of Philosophy, Physics. Dissertation, Structural Prediction and Theoretical Characterization of Bias-Beam Binary Spin-Orbit Coupling Effects. Faculty Advisory, Dr. Aldo Romero. Donna Sakini Hasanjali Hegwalagli, Master of Science, Physics. Lawrence Karimi Mabwika, Master of Science, Physics. Tanner Michael Thompson, Master of Science, Physics. Regis John, Master of Science, Physics. Dr. Christina Fattori, Associate Professor of Political Science, presents degree candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Political Science and the Master of Arts in Political Science. Urmira Nikki Babamusta, Doctor of Philosophy, Political Science, dissertation Political Trust in Kosovo, exploring cultural and institutional dynamics. Faculty Advisor Dr. Scott Critchlow. Samuel Kofi Darkwa, Doctor of Philosophy, Political Science, dissertation, a coordination-based approach to subnational variations in split-ticket voting, the case of Ghana, 1996 to 2016. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Eric Heron. Cody J. Martin, Doctor of Philosophy, Political Science, dissertation, State Capacity and Terrorism in the Developing World. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Christina Fattori. Dana Cowell, Master of Arts, Political Science. Dr. Karen Anderson, Associate Chair and Professor of Psychology, presents degree candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology and the Master of Science in Psychology. Lauren Maria Albus, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Dissertation, Distinguishing Beliefs about Inequality, Associations among Dimensions of Critical Consciousness. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Aaron Metzger. Abigail Nearcorn Bailey, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Dissertation comparing measures of physical activity, intensity, duration, and frequency using receiver-operator characteristic curve analyses. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Julie Patrick. Jonathan Joseph Kelly Stoltman, Doctor of Philosophy, Lifespan Development. Dissertation, Differences in Sexual Delay, Discontinuing Among In-Treatment Adults with Opioid Use Disorder. Mentor Julie Patrick. Ellen Mary Mangold, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Dissertation, Health Literacy and Family Factors in the Transition to Adult Care and Adolescence with Type 1 Diabetes. Faculty Mentor, Christina Duncan. Cameron Grant Ford, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Dissertation and investigation of the relation between mindfulness and self-esteem stability. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Natalie Shook. Brittany K. Liebsack, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Dissertation, The Parent-Child Interaction Therapy Family Experiences and Feedback Study, a follow-up examination of attrition in an evidence-based treatment in community settings statewide. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Amy Herschel. Anthony Christopher Oliver, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Dissertation, Determinants of Control Key Responding in an Operant Resurgence Procedure. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Michael Perrone. Jenny Elizabeth Ozga Hess, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Dissertation, Probability Discounting in Lewis and Fisher 344 rats. Strain comparisons at baseline and following acute administration of D-amphetamine. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Karen Anderson. Kristen Ross Trexler, Doctor of Philosophy, Psychology. Dissertation, Acute and Repeated Effects of Synthetic Cannabinoid Agonism and Cannabinoid Receptor 1 Positive Allosteric Modulation. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Stephen Kinsey. Karen Noel Arabi Nejad, Master of Science, Psychology. Emily Margaret Deming, Master of Science, Psychology. Myra Deanne Hoffman Snyder, Master of Science, Psychology. Rachel Lynn Spalding, Master of Science, Psychology. Jenna Wilson, Master of Science, Psychology. Dr. Maya Holmes, Department Chair and Associate Professor of Public Administration, presents degree candidates for the Master of Public Administration and the Master of Legal Studies. Casey Ann Simpson, Master of Legal Studies. Matthew Robert Carter, Master of Public Administration, Master of Social Work. Caitlin Elizabeth Grimm, Master of Public Administration. Lauren Lee Kennel, Master of Public Administration. Allison Ann Morris, Master of Public Administration. Melissa Ann Atkins, Master of Public Administration. Megan Elizabeth Hissam, Master of Public Administration. Lonnie Edward Long, Master of Public Administration. Mitra Motasham, Master of Public Administration. Amanda Renee Davis, Master of Public Administration. Kyle Edward Hewitt, Master of Public Administration. Michael Ariel Huffman, Master of Public Administration. Teresa Manning, Master of Public Administration. Ryan McConnell, Master of Public Administration. Melanie Marie McIntyre, Master of Public Administration. Nicole Rochelle Pellegrino, Master of Public Administration. Danica Eileen Wharton, Master of Public Administration. Ashley Jo Witt, Master of Public Administration. Dr. Dina Morrow, Professor and Director of the School of Social Work, presents degree candidates for the Master of Social Work. Kaylee Shea Alkire. Michaela Ellen Amendola. Kathleen Gray Cheney. Jessica Dawn Garlow. Gianna Rose Gofredo, Master of Social Work. Candace Lynn Golashewski. Hannah Catherine Spangler. Kathleen Ann Chirico. Mary Ellen Croft. Caitlin Marie Davis. Lisa Marie Wilson. Lindsay Page Lancaster. Elizabeth Marie Tolliver. Erin Kelly Lewis. Catherine Lynn Livingston. Zachary Matthew McClintock. Meredith Turley. Ariel Van Kirk. Sarah Elizabeth Demers. Katie Ann Harper. Allison Brooke Hott. Carrie Ann Miller. Krista Harshberger Pancake. Catherine Jill Andrews. Adonijah Joel Gilmore. Pamela Michelle Woodman Kaler. Michelle Keneally Brinsfield. Molly Elizabeth Gavin. Ellie Nicole Webb Overbay. Andrea Dawn Chevrons. Haley Brooke Correll. Seneca Abby Horton. Kelsey Colleen Lance. Ayla Matthias. Kylie Ray Moore. Catherine Lee Moss. Beth Virginia Powell. Jedekiah Seth Reams. Amber Rose Snyder. Tatum Nicole Story. Bonita Roxanne Strayer. Sierra Nicole Strother. Amanda Ann Colby Algie. Charles David Foltz III. Shanti Luna Hicks. Michael Sean Almodovar. Lucas Allen Barber. Ida Marie McGrail. Ivy Danielle Meadows. Savannah Lynn Zink. Udodaram Nenya Ijamofor. Victoria Elizabeth Cooper. Donna P. Hott. Justin Sage. Lisa Christine Hayhurst. Jenna Rochelle Satterfield. Taylor Faith Carroll. Dr. Lynn Kosman, Department Chair and Professor of Sociology, presents degree candidates for the Master of Arts in Sociology. Robert Lyle Nicewarner. Michaela Grace Zimmerman. Now presenting the candidates for the Master of Science degree in Statistics. Oyedele Babatunde Olapade. Obaseda Priscilla Iroko. Shi Chaw. Samantha Caitlin Service. Dr. Amy Thompson, Department Chair and Professor of Applied Linguistics, presents degree candidates for the Master of Arts in World Languages, Literatures, and Linguistics. Abimbola Angelina Abiodun. Olawabukola Omalara Bamadili. Urena Castaño Nunez. Marie Charlotte Danielle DeBucanani. Jose Fernando Ramirez Macias. Lamia Trifi. Wei Zhou. Carmen Terrano Gil. Carmen Torres Burgos. Ignacio Jimenez Nunez. Emma Angelina Leva. Corentine Andre Pierre Melitpon. Sarah Paulina Wagstaff. Teddy Carrera Mutiga. Diana Esther Cabañas. Naria Fernandez Alvarez. Raquel Gracia Barranco. Sarah Lucia Hernandez Angulo. Inigo Martin Moro. Pamela Eugenia Zamora Casada. Provost McConnell, this concludes the presentation of the candidates for graduation.
Congratulations, everyone. This is truly an amazing moment to see all of you reach these peaks of achievement. I can't tell you how exciting it is for all of us up here to be able to have the opportunity to congratulate you, recognize you for the amazing work that you've done. We know that you are going to change the world, and that will be for the better. I'm delighted to be here to celebrate all of you. The diversity of academic disciplines represented by the Eberly College in the WVU Coliseum here today is unbelievably exciting, almost hard to imagine. We're talking doctoral degrees in 13 degree programs with 41 areas of emphasis and master's degrees in 17. With that diversity of disciplines comes an equally exciting diversity of temperaments and skills. Dean Dunaway and I could see those temperaments as you crossed the stage. In the Davis College of Agriculture, we can tell the disciplines by the footwear they're wearing. But in Eberly, it's more that we can connect with you and understand a little bit more of the temperament of each discipline. Some of you are highly analytical, others tend towards synthesis. Many of you are extremely detail-oriented, able to glean meaning from fragments of information, while others of you use those crucial details to paint a bigger picture. Some of you excel at surveying our historical past and unpacking its mysteries. Others among you have visionary eyes on our future, seeing opportunities there for creation, restoration, and exploration. Our world needs all these skills. That's why I'm thrilled that along with diversity, this ceremony celebrates something you all share, and that is expertise. Among you are future scientists, authors, educators, lawyers, doctors. Your studies in literature, history, philosophy, mathematics, biology, psychology, linguistics, language, physics have prepared you for many professional paths. The expertise you have achieved in those studies has prepared you to lead in the workplace, in your community, and in our world. And our world needs leaders. All of us here at West Virginia University are so incredibly proud to know that you will be among them. You have already chosen to extend your education to reach for and attain both experience and expertise. I can't wait to see where your journeys take you. And now, will the degree candidates from the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Whenever we hear that one of our alums has done something extraordinary, made a scientific discovery, written a beautiful book that moves us to tears, seen a new way around an old problem, I send a note, not just congratulating that person, but thanking them. Yes, I am extremely grateful to the alum that make WVU so extraordinary and make us so well known in the world. But I'm also grateful, deeply grateful to those alumni who demonstrate by their accomplishments and their engagement with the world that they value the education they received here. I look forward to congratulating all of you and to hearing how you have used your graduate education from West Virginia University to change the world. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Please join me in congratulating our newest graduates.
Graduates, please remain standing. University marshals will release you in an orderly manner after the platform party exits the floor.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, missed a taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road